There it is. As soon as I go live, the dogs start barking. Hello, my friend. Welcome to live chat. As you noticed, my kids are up there taking care of the dogs, if you can hear them. As you may have noticed, we did not do a formal What's It Been Makeup this week. It's 4th of July here in the States. People are busy. Things are happening. Spent a little extra family time. Did some prep for a little get-together. We're getting together at my neighbor's house today, and just decided I wanted to just do What's Been Makeup live. Now, the last time I did this, I got a few comments saying, no, Jen, don't do What's Been Makeup live. I like the edited version. Please don't do that. It's every once in a while, it's just conducive to my schedule, to what's happening around me to do a live version, but this is not a permanent change. This is just every once in a while when we kind of not really need to, because I didn't really need, you know what I'm getting at. Every once in a while, it just kind of fits to do a live version. So that's what we're doing. But trust me, we are going to be going back to the regular version as soon as possible, probably next week. I don't see any reason why we wouldn't do it next week. All right. So we're going to go through the regular What's It Been Makeup format. We're going to go through top news. We're going to go through all of the product launches. We're going to do the sales this week. There are a ton of sales this week. We got artist shout out. We're going to do all of those things. And we're going to start with top news. But before we do, we need to say hello to the collective brain of makeup awesomeness, also known as the people that are here live in live chat. Thank you so much for being here live. If you're not here live, you can participate in the comment section down below. And What's a Makeup Live is great because as I talk about a story, I can talk directly to other human beings who have opinions, which really helps to kind of flesh out the story and the opinions of it. So I'm very excited to have the collective brain participating in this. And I'm pretty sure that these are not the first comments that came in. Let's see if I can go over here to see. Yep. Okay. Here we go. I got to the first comments. Jeannie was here first. Hello, Ginger Jeannie. How are you? Saucer Jess making it in second. The Luann. Hello, Luann. Good to see you. Beauty Reject and Tanya and Shirley and Holly and Brenda. Good morning to everybody. Another Gina is here. Good morning. Classically Diana, welcome to you. Thanks for being here. Amy and Diesel, Darlin, and my girl Mel, Angela and Amber, and iCookies. iCookies. How do you come up with iCookies? I love that. It's so random and fabulous. And Consuelo and Kimberly, good morning to you. If I did not say good morning to you, good morning to you. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. Okay, so we're going to start off with a story that I found late. So I don't have images for it. I don't even have a link in the description box yet, but I'm going to put it there after this renders, and because this is from the BBC, and I found this to be so fascinating that I printed it. It's right here. Revolution Beauty, don't deliberately copy anyone. You think that they would change the grammar there, but they didn't. So this was posted 2 days ago as of this morning. Revolution Beauty's boss has denied claims that the makeup company plagiarizes rival products as he detailed plans to sell shares in the business. And if you're not familiar, Revolution Beauty has been accused of stealing concepts for almost as long as I've known that they exist. The most public one was the one that they talk about in the article, which was with Manny MUA, where Manny said that his highlighters, the packaging was a custom packaging, he says. I don't have proof of this. That's why I say he says. I do believe him, though, that this was a custom packaging for his highlighters, and that Revolution Beauty somehow got, made their own mold or whatever and copied directly all of the bevels. Like all of the bevels were identical in his packaging. So Adam Minto, who is the CEO, I believe his title is CEO, but he's always the one I talk about when we talk about Revolution. He says, I can say quite clearly we never deliberately copy anybody. Beauty YouTuber Manny MUA accused the firm of duping one of his products. And then the company has also in the past been criticized by the likes of Kat Von D, the tattoo artist and entrepreneur, who claimed Makeup Revolution eyeshadow palette was similar to the one made by her beauty line. While some on social media pointed out that Revolution Beauty produced lipsticks and packaging like those sold by Charlotte Tilbury. And this is where it really gets interesting. He says it's sometimes really hard to know if someone has a registered design versus a patent. So if it's Okay, so I get one, is more legal than the other. Like, I get that. But even if it's a registered design, how can you say it's not copying though? Like, even if it's not, like, I'm assuming, I don't know a ton about this, but I'm assuming with a patent that you can't, do a copy. But if it's a registered design, you could do a copy of it. So it's still a copy. Mr. Adam Minto, still a copy in my opinion. It says usually the issues will surround packaging and sometimes that can be challenging to know. Yet, if we or people who have copied us, I love this. If we or people who have copied us apparently transgress, we certainly seek to rectify the situation immediately. What do you mean Okay, so there was kind of a joke. Okay, this is one of the jokes and I wish I had photos of it. So Too Faced was always, a lot of the times their shadow palettes seem to be being copied by Makeup Revolution. They're very similar color stories. I mean, and Makeup Revolution is not the only brand that does this. There's other brands too. So Too Faced with their chocolate gold palette, they made the outside look exactly like a Makeup Revolution palette, but made it like 10 times better, in my opinion, where they had like the chocolate with the gold dripping and everything. That's very similar to the Makeup Revolution chocolate bar palettes, which they had originally, I believe, copied off of Too Faced. So it was just kind of funny. And I love that they put that in the article. It made me laugh. So yeah, it says, while Revolution Beauty sells its products through retailers such as Superdrug and Boots and online fashion websites like ASOS, and has a strong presence on social media and works with influencers, they try to identify early trends in the market through its influencer, consumer, and retail channels. Like, we're just trying to find out what's popular so we can make it. Yeah, exactly. Copying. But it's like I can only be so every company copies everything. I mean, you think about fashion and all of that, but it's just funny how they're saying they're not copying, but at the same time, it's like, well, we made sure it wasn't illegal to copy this, but we still copied it, but then still saying they didn't copy it. I don't know. We look at what the consumer is wanting and needing and researching, looking for various, we look at what the consumer is wanting and needing and researching and looking for by various means, whether they're searching on our website for products or new ingredients coming to market and new trends. So yeah, that's a thing. So you can read the full article. If you just type in BBC and the title of the article, I'm sure it'll pop up. Revolution Beauty don't deliberately copy anyone. I'll put a direct link when this renders, but I wanna see what you all are saying about this, and then we'll get to the notes that I actually took for today. So, Melinda says, too bad they don't copy the formulas because their makeup isn't great. I found some Makeup Revolution stuff to be, pretty good, but not a lot of it, to be honest. Yeah, chocolate bar is clearly based on Too Faced. I agree, Elizabeth. Movie Man says, so Jen, where do you see the line between duping products and just outright copying? I think that it's all copying. It all is. I mean, but it's where you stand as far as the morality of it. Like, I think every individual consumer needs to decide where they stand as far as the morality of it. Like, I think that like this is the legal stance for me, from what I understand, is when you take something and it can be mistaken for something else. So if I, took this Flower Beauty, Beauty Bakey flour setting powder, okay? And I made packaging that looked exactly like this. I used the exact same fonts, but maybe mine said Beauty Bakery with a Y, because they spell it with Bakerie. Maybe I made it Beauty Bakery with a Y, but used the same font, same design, even put better, not bitter on the bottom. I used their same cute little bag packaging. To me, I think that's wrong. I'm very, like, that's just, it can be confused, right? See, but then I'm conflicted, because then you have, like, people work really hard on designs of shadow palettes. They work really hard on designing, and then somebody just comes and rips it and sell it for cheaper. I mean, like, is it more, like, would it be something I would do? No, of course it wouldn't be something I would do, but I kind of get it. And I get that that's just the way the market is in reality. So, I mean, it's a very nuanced situation, in my opinion. It's difficult to put a moral label, an absolute, because, like, there's inspired by and all that. But I definitely draw a huge line at, making it so you would mistake one for the other, that you may accidentally buy the Revolution Beauty product and not the Manny MUA one, because you think you're buying the Lunar Beauty one, but you're actually buying Makeup Revolution. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of where I definitely draw a hard line But yeah, so like Jackie's saying, dupes, I understand. Blatant copies are another thing. Yeah. This is interesting. I cannot verify this, but I want to click on it. Beth says, I got ripped off from that Lola nail polish you did a story on a few weeks ago. Please warn others not to purchase. I'm not sure what's happening there. The Lola nail polish was the little girl who has, I believe it was it spina bifida that came up with her nail polish line. I don't know anything about this, but I do feel like I need to click on it because I did see it, and I think not clicking on it would be wrong. But I don't know anything about that. But I'm so sorry if that happened. I used to put in my descriptions from What's Up in Makeup, I don't think they're always there anymore, that I don't verify every single brand, like especially indie brands that I talk about in What's Up in Makeup. Like I don't order from, I'm just like telling you, it's always kind of buy at your own risk. Like I can't verify every single indie brand and every single product that it's a high quality product. It's always like never take What's Up in Makeup as an endorsement of anything that, you're going to get good customer service, because I can't order from every single brand, I did do a quick search. I didn't see anything negative about Lola Marie polish. So I'm so sorry if anybody had a negative experience because they saw it on What's Up in Makeup. I do apologize. Never take it as an endorsement, anything you see on What's Up in Makeup, please. But I'm really sorry if that happened. Okay, so back to the duping thing. Audra, hello, my friend. To be honest, some brands are so money. Like, yeah, so dupes make something similar that's accessible to the masses. They're so expensive, is what Audra's saying. They're so expensive, so dupes make it more accessible. Absolutely, and that's what we were seeing with like Alter Ego, where the quality was really good. I don't know if there's. I think Alter Ego is still in business. The quality's really good. There was the one that had gone out of business. Oh yeah. Angie says the same thing. I feel like Alter Ego is worse than Revolution when it comes to dupes because they like directly, like really, really try to dupe it. I think at least it feels like that. Yeah. Alter Ego doesn't claim they're duping though. I don't think it would be in their best interest to claim, but I would imagine that they know exactly what they're doing. That's my opinion. All right. So, Bad Habit. That was the name of the brand. Thank you, Danielle. Bad Habit did go out of business. That's true. So to kind of wrap that up, I do think that, it's up to the individual person. I think Audrey made a really good point is that, maybe I can't afford a Too Faced palette or a Natasha Denona palette, but I really like the color story. It opens up that color story to people who are not, you're not dropping $50 on a palette. You're dropping $50 on groceries, So yeah. So it's very, very tricky. All right, so let's move on to the next thing. Oh, and I only did one story. Well, that was the big story. Okay, thank you so much. John's watching my time for me. All right, so other stories. That was my big story. There's two new brands by famous people. Scarlett Johansson is launching a beauty line, but we don't know a whole lot about it yet. But it is is this the one? No, it's the next one. Okay. So just a little heads up about that. We don't know much other than that she's getting funding from Nahathi Companies, which also owns Tracy Ellis Ross's hair care line. And then according to the articles that are linked down below, the Scarlett Johansson is going to be very active. It's not going to be like she's just the face of the brand. She's going to be very active as the founder and the chairman of the company, along with fashion exec Katie Foster, and the brand plans to launch in 2022. Now, this is the really interesting one because we don't know a whole lot about that yet, but I wanted to mention it. Singer Becky G launched Tresluce Beauty. I've tried my best. My accent's a little off, I know it. Launching with 6 products, eyeshadow palette, and 8-piece brush set. Let me show you the picture. I have the picture. Hold on. Here it is. Hold on. Here's the picture of the products. Oh, wait. Let's show her. Isn't she beautiful? And then these are the products. So there is an eyeshadow palette, an eight-piece brush set, 15 eyeliners, 3 pairs of lashes, a lash case, and a lash applicator. And prices range from $8 to $35. So she did a Getting Ready With Me video on Kristen Dominique's channel, and she said why she named it Tresluce. So I'm going to play that for you real quick.
Tresluce, right? Or
Tresluce.
Tresluce, and where did you get the name from?
So I made it up. It sounds Spanish, it's inspired by our Spanish language, but it's made up from 2 different things. Tres, luce. So tres comes from my lucky number 3. Ever since I was a little girl, every sport I played, my jersey had to have the number 3. You asked me something, you know, I would count to the number 3 in my head and be like, okay, this is it. And then on top of that, to me, it represents the mind, body, and soul. Yes. And I think that makeup for me is so much bigger than just like the outside, but it's an expression for me of what's within, what's in here sometimes when creating looks for music videos and bringing a story to life, and then also like my heart, you know? And then luce comes from the word lucir. And my tias or my mom would tell each other when they would see each other, oh, eso te luce muy bien, you know, that you look good in that. And I love eso te luce, Tresluce. And I was like, that's it.
Perfect. I feel like this is your heart and soul right here.
Thank you.
Okay. So that's why she called it Tresluce. I didn't want to butcher her explanation, so I figured I'd just let you listen to her explain it. In an article, she says, growing up, I never really saw people who look like me represented, especially when it came to ads for beauty brands. My inspiration for Tresluce came from wanting to put more diverse faces at the forefront of beauty. The brand was created, this is where it gets really interesting. The brand was created with incubator company Made by Collective, who also launched Item Beauty with TikToker Addison Rae. Now, y'all thought, okay. So according to their LinkedIn page, Made by Collective is the sister company to Ipsy, who also recently acquired BoxyCharm. So I would imagine subscribers would start getting some Tresluce Beauty at some points and subscription boxes coming soon, which I thought was kind of interesting. I mean, Ipsy has expanded so much to so many things. Like now they have Made by Collective. So if you ever hear of Made by Collective, that's an Ipsy company. So yeah, thought that was pretty interesting. Let me see if there's anything y'all want to say. Oh, yeah, Eugenia said I did pretty good. Yay, thank you. My pronunciation was good. Yay, thank you. I tried. Yeah, Lisa from Sincerely LGS says, I think that they use a celebrity name, but the real bosses are the company funding it. I think it depends. I would imagine it would just depend on the company. Tracy, she is really adorable, isn't she? She's really cute. I love it. Okay. I'm debating whether because Movie Man came up with a good thing earlier. I'm not sure how I feel about this. So Jen, how do you tell between a celebrity putting passion behind a makeup, someone like Rihanna, and a celebrity just slapping their name on products just to make a quick buck? There's no way to really know. I think that you just have to kind of figure out the signs on your own, because like we talk about all the time about the puzzle, you know, you can't see the full behind the scenes of what's happening at these different brands. So there's really no way to know. So, I mean, you just have to go by the information that's out there is what it comes down to. You know, and we don't know who is involved in what and how passionate they are. I think it's really hard to tell. Yeah, Makeup says, I like the color scheme. I love the passion she has. Very personal and meaningful. Yes, I agree. All right, let's keep going because we have a lot to talk about today. So Allure opened a brick and mortar store in New York City. It's located on 191 Lafayette Street in downtown. All the products in the store have been featured in Allure before. The store's initial retail offering includes more than 280 different products from 150 different brands. And the Allure store plans to host in-store events, tutorials, and masterclasses led by featured brands and Allure's editorial team. I thought that was pretty cool. Kind of reminded me of the Birchbox store when that opened in New York City, is what it kind of sounds like. Okay, and then the last top news story is the Billie story. We did the Billie story, the Billie fairy tales. We did those, and then they didn't put one up last week, so I couldn't do one. Did I do the wrong one? No, I didn't. Okay. The Billie story, it was celebrating Pride Month. I know Pride Month is over. but I think they were just running a little bit behind. So I wanted to do the Billie story because I think that it's great. I can't put my Reading Rainbow music in the background, but I figured I would read it to you in my best elementary school teacher voice. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so I'm not even reading my notes. So it's Billie's a razor company, and there was a pride initiative to rewrite traditional fairy tales to be inclusive of the LGBTQ plus community. And all right, yeah. Okay, here we go. So here we go with Cinderella. Cinderella, illustrated by Jordan Moss. Once upon a time, there lived a girl named Rel, like Cinderella, Rel. She lived in a castle with her mother and sisters who forced her to wear pink frilly dresses, which she really hated. The family received an invitation to a ball. Rel despaired. What would she wear that would feel like her? Poof! Like magic, her fairy drag mother appeared with her dream outfit. Rel was stunned. Finally, this is my vibe. At the ball, a dashing charmer named Royal picked Rel out of the crowd. They hit it off and laughed about how many of their exes were still their friends. At midnight, Rel ran to her Uber to avoid incurring a dreaded no-show fee and lost her sneaker on the way. Royal found the lone sneaker and vowed to return it to her. Do I need to try it on? Asked Rel. Awkward pause. Nope. Where'd you get that idea? Royal replied with a wink. Bonded by love and overpriced footwear, they lived happily ever after, wearing whatever they wanted, whenever they wanted. The end. I don't know. I love those stories. I think they're great. I think they're fun. Okay. So hopefully next week we will have another one and I'll be able to play my Reading Rainbow music. Let's talk about new releases this week. So, I mean, ColourPop. We're going red this week. We've got a 9-pan Cherry Crush palette, 2 new glossy lip stains, 2 creme gel liners, 2 Cheek Dew serums, BFF liquid liner, cherry hair clips, and a cherry hand mirror. I feel like we've done the monochromatic thing from ColourPop, but I do think going with a food theme is always going to sell things. So, yeah. There we go. Yeah, I love the stories too, Katie. Okay, Tiffany wants to know shirt, T Public. I was gonna wear it during Pride Month, but I ran out of Pride Month. So it's Pride all year. It needs to be Pride all year. But this is from the Muppet movie. The Lovers, the Dreamers, and Me, which is one of my favorite songs of all time. I love it. It's like brutal optimism. One day we'll find it. I hope. I doubt it at this point. Now that I'm 43, I doubt it. At one point, I had the brutal optimist that one day we would find the rainbow connection, but I'm losing hope. All right, moving on to the next launch. This is at Ulta. I believe at Ulta. Yes. No. Wait, what is happening here? What's happening with my notes? Okay, you know what? I'm going to go in order of my notes instead of the order of the way that I uploaded the pictures. So let's talk about the Urban Decay Naked 3 Mini. Yes, it's a thing. Very interesting. It doesn't even really look like the Naked 3 to me. To me, the Naked 3 was more pink. I do think that it's really pretty, though. I really liked the Naked 2 one that I had. I thought that one was great. So I don't think that it's a bad idea. I think that that'll hit the right audience. Naked 3's been out for a really long time, so I think it's an interesting choice. But I don't hate it. I know some people hated it, but I don't hate it. I don't. All right, Wayne Goss. We'll do one more and then I'll go over to the comments. Wayne Goss, mascara. I loved his post next to this. He says, mascara revolutionary? When you don't make ridiculous claims, 5 billion percent more volume, false lash effect, 1,000 people agreed lashes look gigantic, etc. He's being tongue-in-cheek there. My mascara sets out to do 3 things: lengthen, blacken color, waterproof. which holds curled lashes. That's it. No marketing nonsense. No, this formula took 20 years to develop. No DNA from angels. Just a mascara that does what a mascara is supposed to do. Revolutionary in its simplicity, and I appreciate that. And it's fun. The PR I purchased this week is a mascara, and it's like I'm now comparing all my mascaras to the ABH one that I fell in love with. Let me get it. It's right here. I did get this, I believe, from Ipsy, the Lash Brag mascara from ABH. I'm comparing everything to this because I'm loving this. It reminds me a lot of the Steal a Huge mascara. It's very similar in formula to that. So I don't know. I don't see myself buying the Wayne Goss mascara because I'm sure that it's expensive. I don't have the price written down here because I grabbed it late. But yeah, I probably won't get it. But good for Wayne rounding out his line, and I appreciate the lack of stupid marketing. I do appreciate that. Let's flip over the comments real quick. Yeah, Catherine, there are 5 million mascaras already. Very true. And I think that, brands just like to flesh out their lines, and they like to, just have, things that are from all the categories. And I think that's all that's happening. Shannon says, no angel DNA. Well, I'm out. A bunch of people commenting on the DNA from angels. I love that too. It's pretty funny. All right. Okay, so let's go to the next one. Okay, next one I have is Uoma Beauty face palettes, which look absolutely gorgeous. Love that. High Life palette replaces the conventional mirror with words of affirmation. I think that's so smart. Like, instead of putting a mirror, let's just say nice things to ourselves. I don't hate that. $39. I kind of love that. I kind of love that a lot. There's only the 2 colorways, but it looks like they're very clearly made for lighter skin and deeper skin. So yeah, I think they're beautiful, and I love the affirmation. It's hard to read what the whole thing. I didn't read the whole thing, but I think that's really cool. I think that's a neat concept. All right, Holo Taco, new launch for summer. Life's a beach. Wait till you hear these names. They're fabulous. The floor is guava, sea foam home, and 1 melon followers. Like, just the names make me want to buy them. They do. $30 for the bundle, $11 each. Yeah, I love those shades. I love the names. Love it so much. Yeah, Paige says that's great. Skip the mirror. Cheaper, better for the environment. Totally agree. Totally agree. All right. Kylie Cosmetics relaunch. We have a date, July 15th, 9 a.m. PST. So that's a thing. Over at Sephora, the Too Faced brow products launched. We talked about these last week. They're now on Sephora's website, but they're listed as out of stock. So that means they're probably coming soon. The pomade and a pencil, the brow wig, brush on brow gel, and the superfine brow detailer. I am very curious about the brow wig thing. I'm trying not to buy a bunch of stuff, but I may try that because I'm curious how that's going to go. Very curious. Okay, Kosas. I thought this was kind of cool. The Kosas Sport Lip Fuel Hyaluronic Acid Lip Balm, $18. It comes in 4 shades. The formula looks really nice on this. I looked at the ingredient list. Protecting, healing, all of that. It does have lanolin oil and beeswax in there. So if you were vegan, this is going to be definitely a no-go. There's also avocado oil in here if you are allergic to it. But yeah, I just thought that looked really nice. I like the design. I like the sport design. I don't know. It's very attractive to me. Okay, Milk Makeup has a shade extension on their face sticks on the minis. I just wanted to mention this mostly because if you've never had a Milk Makeup face stick, you do not need the full size. The full size is a full ounce. It's ginormous. You will be passing it on to your grandchildren. So like this, if it didn't go bad, of course it's going to go bad. It was a joke. Because there'll be people that will take me literally on that. The mini ones are a fine size. They're $18 each. Blushes in Dash and Swerve, which are the light pink and the terracotta, and the highlighter in Flash, which is a golden bronze, and then the matte bronzer in Blaze, which is a deep bronze. Those minis are perfect size. You do not need those full sizes. They're obnoxious. I don't know anybody that needs that full, unless that's the only highlighter or bronzer you plan on using for years. Then maybe. All right, this is the Glamnetic liners that I wanted to talk about because I need to talk to y'all about this. So they're magnetic eyeliner pens. I did see there's reviews on YouTube. 6 colors, black, brown, green, pink, purple, and blue, but they are $43 each. I didn't see anything magnetic in the formula, but I totally could be missing something. It looks like an adhesive formula, but the lashes that they sell from Glamnetic do have magnets, so I'm super confused, and I really wanted to know whether you've tried the Glamnetic liner before. I'm so confused. I don't get it. I need to know more. And it seemed like the videos that I was watching, they either got it in PR or it was the company themselves. So I don't know what to believe when it comes to that. And yeah, exactly. Audrey, exactly. That's exactly what I was thinking. $43. And the thing about eyeliners, you're supposed to throw them away every 3 months. Like, but I mean, if it makes your lashes go on faster and you're trying to get out of the house quickly, like I get why you might want to invest in something like that. But I mean, they seem to go on really quickly and easily in the promo videos and stuff. So I don't know. I just really wanted to know. Oh, this is a good question. Cassie, the reason why the brown and black look smaller is because of the photos that were on Ulta's website. It was just uploaded differently. So when I put it into the thing that generates my collages that I do, it just made them smaller. So they're not actually smaller. Thank you for asking that. Okay, Elizabeth says they're way overpriced. I'm so I need to know what is happening. It does not come with lashes, Holly. It's just the liner. Yeah, Fly, I feel the same way, Fly Science. Something about magnetic eyelashes doesn't sit right with me. It's like having a magnet that close to my eyeball. Like, I don't know how I feel about that. I don't. I do not know how I feel about that. Yeah, Missy says the same thing. Hi, Missy. Missy says, oh, goodness, no way I'd pay that. Yeah, I'm with you. Missy, I hope that you're doing well. Yeah, so I'm very, yeah. Where's the one I just saw? Bard lovers, like, do they think they're Tom Ford? Like, what is happening? I think it's because, like, it's the magnetic thing. Yeah, magnetic fine dust could be in liners. I didn't see anything that looked magnetic. I don't know. I'm confused. So if anybody's tried those, please let me know because I really don't want to spend $43 to find out, but I'm kind of tempted just because I need to know. Like, I have to know if this is real or not. But is it worth $43 to find out? I don't know. I'm not sure. Yeah. Yeah, technically, Mari, it's kind of like Mari says, wait, you're supposed to throw your eyeliners away after 3 months. Eyeliners have had for years. The reason why is because of it gets so close to your liquid in your eyes that it can get bacteria and grow bacteria, kind of like how you're supposed to wear the mascara every 3 months. I do like 6 months, sometimes 9 months, but max a year for a liner or a mascara because it starts freaking me out. But I've never had a problem. So, you know, if you've never had a problem and you're willing to take that risk, that's up to you. I would definitely talk to a doctor, you know, that you trust because I'm not a professional, but my personal choice is to do 6 months for lashes, for liners and mascaras. And then sometimes I'll drag it a little longer if I really like it. Sometimes I'll drag it a little longer. That's just me though. I sound like T1J. That's just me though. All right. So PR of the week. Let's talk about, where's my mascara? Where did it go? What is happening? Oh, here it is. Okay. Essence Lash Princess Curl and Volume Mascara. I honestly, from this one time using it, I didn't see any difference personally between the other mascaras that they have. You all know Essence Lash Princess is one of my favorite mascaras of all time. I was expecting more volume. Like I was saying earlier, another reason why I brought this up is I'm comparing everything else to my ABH mascara right now, the Lash Brag, where it really volumizes. Now the price difference here is just, you can't even, I don't know how much this is, but this is like $4. This is probably 20, maybe 23, something like that. So, I mean, it's a fabulous mascara, but it doesn't, I was hoping it would be a little, I don't know, clumpier, a little bit like more volumizing. The length was definitely there though, like definitely fantastic length. This is the first time I've worn it, so I'll have to keep you posted. I do have very, very, very wimpy lashes, so this formula is perfect for me. I know that not everybody likes this formula, but I love it. So yeah, I find it to be very good. I would, from first impression, I would recommend it. I would recommend stronger, the ones I've tried longer, the green one, the pink one, even the purple one, but I like that one a little bit less. But the green one and the orangey one are my favorites. But I'm going to keep trying this. It'll probably show up in a favorites and fails, I would imagine. Oh, I see. Elizabeth says the magnetic ingredient is the black iron oxide. Thank you so much, Elizabeth. I saw that. I believe that was in the pigment section, so I missed that. So thank you so much, Elizabeth, for being our in-house pro. I believe that you are probably right. I didn't even look at the pigments. Should have done that. Should have done that. Oh, interesting. Makeup says ABH throws the lash brag in as an extra in so many sets. Don't need to buy it on its own. Lots of bundle deals available. Thank you so much for that. Very, very, very smart point. And Thriving and Beyond, good point too. Maybe it'll thicken up over time. It may. It absolutely may. The new Essence name, did I say it? I don't know if I did. It's the Curl and Volume Mascara, the Princess, Lash Princess. And usually in chat, I usually do what else is on my face. So just very quickly from my favorites and fails, the Skin Perfect HD Foundation from Koki that was sent in PR. This was purchased, the Uoma Beauty Contour Stick. This is purchased, the Essence Pure Nude Highlighter. And then this is PR. This is what's on my eyes today. This is the Peach Sea palette, and this is in soft coral. And I wanted to specifically show you this shade right here, which is the one that's all over my lid. Hopefully it'll translate on camera, but it is a pink with a little bit of a peach shift to it. And it is freaking phenomenal. It's beautiful. Show you some of the other ones. Because it's K-Beauty, they're not quite as pigmented as, let's say, maybe an American brand. But it's a great palette. It's wonderful. This was sent in PR a while ago. I'm going to give these a little swatch. So you'll see like this, you'll see it's not quite as brightly pigmented, but they can be built. So like there's a shade right here. I'm not sure if you can see it. They can be built up, but just not a ton. So if you like a lighter pigmentation, but still good quality, they last nicely and they build nicely. When I say a poor quality eyeshadow palette, I'm talking about ones that blend away. I think we've all tried one of those where we put on the eyeshadow and as we're blending, it's just gone. Like that's not this. It's just a lighter pigmented product. So, and that's typical for a K-Beauty brand. And I really like that palette a lot. And I haven't talked about it in a while. All right, sales. And we're going to be finishing a little bit earlier than last time. It's a little bit short of a show. I had a couple more stories I'll probably save for next week. But yeah. So sales, lots of sales. If you want, if you're looking for something from a specific brand, highly recommend you just go over to their website and see if they're having a sale this weekend. If they're an American brand, most American brands are having sales this weekend, but these are the ones that were, that I found and were brought up in our What's Up in Makeup Hunters group, which thank you so much to the Hunters for contributing this week. I'm sorry, I can't have your name scrolling today. I apologize. Maybe I'll put all of you in the description box instead because I can't have your name scrolling. So thank you so much. So first off, Gerard Cosmetics is having the Black Friday in July. It does start on July 8th, 51% off site-wide with free shipping over $20 in the U.S. and over $75 outside of the U.S. Mystery boxes are also going to be available, priced from $39 to $139 with the box content values ranging from $85 to $300. So they are having some deep sales over at Gerard Cosmetics. So go check that out. That starts on July 8th. And I didn't have a picture for that, but I do have pictures, I believe, for the rest. So let's go to Josie. Josie has a 15% off site-wide using code SAVE15. Mented is having a 20% off sale plus free shipping. Natasha Denona is having 50% off of their most expensive, I guess they're not their most expensive palettes, but their large palettes. Those $129 palettes are $77.40. So if that bumps it down into your price range, this might be the time to get one of those. CoverFX, 20% off site-wide plus free shipping. We talked about this one earlier. ColourPop, 30% off site-wide. Philosophy has 30% off site-wide using code CELEBRATE. This is a big one. Dermstore up to 30% off plus an additional 10% off with code extra10. So that may be good. Dermstore has a ton of stuff from a bunch of different brands if you've never shopped there before. 25% off at Herbivore. Where's that one? This one, 25% off Herbivore Botanicals. And then this one I saw this morning when I was capturing the picture for Uoma Beauty. They're having a progressive sale. So that's the deals there for Uoma Beauty. Okay, artist shout out of the week. We're talking about I Am Berry BB. And here is her beautiful first look. I can't zoom like I do in the regular show, but this was her Pride look. Oh my gosh. The one thing you'll notice about I Am Berry BB, I'm just going to call her BB because I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure her name is BB, but it doesn't specifically say on her Instagram. But the use of the gems, I don't know how somebody does that. Like she must have very short nails. I can't even imagine. Or I guess maybe she uses tweezers. I would imagine, like, I can't even imagine, even with my short nails, like being able to place those as precisely as she does. And the little Louis Vuitton, like, what is happening here? Like, this is incredible. And the blend on the rainbow, like, are you kidding me? It's incredible. This is the second one. This pastel flowers look. I love the iridescent lids and how that pops off the flowers. And of course the gems. Just what? How? Like how is this happening? Like the perfection of the curves on the flowers and just, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay. So here's the second one of that with her eyes open. The lashes, of course, just incredible. And then this one, I wanted to show one that was a little more, like a little less artsy and a little more glam. So check this one out. Just perfection. That wing though, the wing and the underbrow highlight there. Like how is this happening? Like, I just don't, these people on Instagram, these artists, all these artists we talk about, all these people we talk about every week, just blows my mind. All the people we talk about for artist shout out, just incredible. I don't know how they do it. I don't know. So let's see what you all are saying. iCookie says artist shout out's your favorite part. I love artist shout out too. Yes. Allison, which sale would I recommend? I would definitely recommend checking out Dermstore because you're going to find the most brands there. Dermstore, Uoma Beauty, they have a lot of really good stuff. Gerard Cosmetics, I'm just starting to get in Gerard Cosmetics. They've recently sent me a bunch of PR, so I'm just starting to get used to like learning about their formulas and how they perform, and they're quite pricey. So if you're interested in Gerard Cosmetics, this is probably the time. Oh, I want to make sure I disclose I am friendly with Jen Gerard. We're becoming friends. We're becoming closer. So that's part of the reason why I think I'm getting more PR. Like, let me send you some stuff. And it's like, okay, I try some stuff. Because I never got Gerard Cosmetics PR for like ever. So it's a new brand to me. But I want to disclose that. She's a lovely lady, by the way. I know that there's a path with Jen Gerard, but she is a lovely, lovely lady. Like, she's a really nice person. All right, let's see what y'all are saying because I'm out of stuff and we have 15 minutes left. Yeah, it did kind of look like glow in the dark, the pastel a little bit. Yeah, so Katie says, I've only tried Natasha Denona mini palettes. I know I don't need it, but I feel super tempted to pick up a bigger palette for the reduced $77 price. Like, honestly, like, if definitely think about whether you like Natasha Denona's formula or not, whether it's worth that to you, and make sure you love that color story because that is a lot of money to invest. I personally really love my Natasha Denona palettes, but I know not everybody does. I really, really love, really, really love it. Recommendations for first Natasha Denona palette. I personally, let's see. I really like my Love palette. I like my Bronze palette. Oh, interesting. Martha says Jen G lives in my community. She's very involved right here. I would imagine Jen Gerard is very involved in charity work and very involved in including her community. And she's just very loving, very, very loving person. Very big on helping animals and just a really good friend overall. Marc Jacobs, I would imagine they're having a sale. I did not capture that. Oh, are you talking about that Marc Jacobs is closing? There were rumors that Marc Jacobs was closing. I have not checked on them recently. We can check on them real quick and see what's happening. They were having like a deep sale for a while. I don't know if they still are or not, but I was thinking it might be a rebrand. Oh yeah, 40% off new markdowns. They may be doing a rebrand, kind of like Kylie did. Oh wait, that's their regular website. Marc Jacobs Beauty. Let's try that. Here we go. Let's see what's happening. Yeah, just a lot of sales. I honestly haven't tried a ton from Marc Jacobs. It's been a long time since I tried something from Marc Jacobs, but I've heard good things about a lot of their stuff. Annette says apparently that's not true that they're closing. That's what I heard too. I heard that they're not closing. I would imagine that it's just, they're just trying to get rid of stuff or whatever. But I don't know. I don't have any inside info on that, unfortunately. I wish I did. Tracy says, who said the ColourPop Cherry Palette that just came out is both red and vegan? I would imagine that it's not. I can check real quick. I would imagine it's not. Let's see. Clicking now. All right. 30% off. Best of ColourPop. All right. Let me find the palette. There it is. Cherry Pickin'. $16.10 right now. I would imagine that it's not vegan. There's the ingredients. Okay. So we have. No, it's not. Oh, wait. Yes. Yes, it is. It is. Well, at least the first, it's red 6, red 7. It's the not eye safe red. They're not, I don't see any carmine. It is vegan. Okay.
That's what Katie says.
Katie says it's vegan. Okay. So I see red 6, red 7, red 27. Those are the red 28. Those are the ones that are the pressed pigments that everybody talks about that actually aren't pressed pigments. They're just illegal eyeshadow. And that they can't call it an eyeshadow palette. They have to call it a shadow palette because of the outdated FDA regulations. I have so many videos on that. If you're curious, I can link a couple down below. There's one on the Lunar Beauty Life's a Drag palette. There's one on the James Charles Morphe palette where I talk about the issue with red 6, red 7. It does stain some people's eyes. So that's why some people don't like them. But anybody that tells you pressed pigments are just pigment pressed or either don't know what they're talking about or they're misleading you on purpose. It's one or the other. Okay, so it says on there, it says juicy, not intended for use in the immediate eye area. Scarlett, not. See what it said? Oh, okay, yeah. They say not intended for use on the immediate eye area. And really the EU they'd be legal in the EU and they have better regulations than we do. So it's really whether you are personally sensitive to it. So yes, red and vegan is what it looks like to me. Yep, Katie says it's vegan. It is. Yes, thank you. We got it. We got it. I did not see any carmine. Yep, Katie says, cherry palette is vegan. That's the only reason why I'm so stoked for it. I don't need any more eyeshadows, but as a vegan consumer, this is a big deal to me. Yes. There you go. There you go. Thank you, Katie. I appreciate you. Did you know that Katie was featured at the end of my video not that long ago in the comments? You guys watched the end where I put like the little comments at the end of like popular comments that were people really liked? Did y'all watch to the end? I don't know if I would if you, but I really like to highlight people that have popular comments and sometimes they have really interesting things. Wait, Jen says the color Sweet Like has carmine. Really? Let me look. What? Sweet Like. Okay, let me see. But oh, it does say Carmine. But remember with ColourPop, we went through this with did they claim to be vegan? It does say vegan. We went through this with ColourPop before with the Raw Beauty Christie palette. Just because it says it may or may not contain Carmine doesn't mean that it does with ColourPop. So what I would do if you're a vegan consumer, I would send a message to ColourPop and be like, hey, I noticed there's Carmine in one of the shades. Are the shadows actually vegan? I don't know if you were around for that, but we went through a whole thing where the Raw Beauty Christie, I have it right here, the At Foresight palette from ColourPop, it clearly had Carmine listed as an ingredient. So I said in my video that Carmine was listed and that it wasn't vegan. But then everybody was freaking out because ColourPop said it was vegan. So Christy reached out. Christy was wigging out. She was still pregnant at the time. We were DMing back and forth. And she's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. What's happening? Blah, blah, blah. And I was like, Christy, please don't stress. I was like, hon, please don't stress. I was like, I'll correct anything. Like I felt really bad. I was like, if I have to correct anything, I will. I was like, I was just looking at the ingredient list like I always do. And it said Carmine. I didn't realize it. So ColourPop said that that was like a standard ingredient list, which is weird. And that it didn't actually have Carmine in it, which I think is like, I don't understand why you wouldn't just get rid of it. Like if you're saying you're a vegan palette, it doesn't include Carmine, then take the Carmine out of the ingredient list. Like it makes no sense to me. It makes no sense. It made me really upset that that like stressed out Christy. So yeah, so that was a thing. So what I would do if I was a vegan consumer is I would reach out to ColourPop and be like, dude, what's up?
The Raw Beauty ColourPop, that was just a limited edition.
Yeah, it was limited edition. Yes, it was limited edition. Yes. And the reason why they do influencer things as limited edition is because a lot of times you have an exclusivity clause in the contract. So like if they have that, I don't know if they do or not, but let's say Christy has an exclusivity clause with ColourPop. That means Christy can't collab with any competing brands for X amount of time. So that gives them time to sell the product, sell out of it, and be done with it before she launches another one, another project with a competing brand. So I don't know if that's true for this particular situation, but that's usually why influencer collabs are limited edition. Fly Science, did you see Juvia's new quads? Did we talk about those last week? I can't remember. I know I've seen them, but I'm trying to remember if we talked about them last week. Were they out last week or did I miss them? If I missed them, I'll put them in next week. I know I saw them. I don't know why I wouldn't include them if I saw them. I don't know, but Juvia's Place came out with new quads and they're beautiful. If I did miss them last week. So yeah, Laurel, see what's interesting about it is because the pigments specifically say may or may not contained, they can do that. They can do that. It's not legally mislabeling. Is it mislabeling to my eyes? Yeah, but legally it's not because it says may or may not contain. Allison wants to know if I could collaborate with any brand, what would it be? Ooh, Sydney Grace, maybe? I freaking love Sydney Grace. Sydney Grace. I don't know. That's the new one that pops in my head right away. Oh, okay. So I did miss them. I apologize, Juvia's Place, wherever you may be. But yeah, they are beautiful, the new quads. Thank you for mentioning it so that I could say it. Yeah, V says they just dropped. Darn, I missed it. Okay. I love Juvia's Place shadows. If you do not know my love for Juvia's Place shadows, I used to collect them and then it just got overwhelming and I couldn't do it anymore because they were just too many. But I have so many. I love their formula. Emily, in your experience, how many companies include cocoa in their ingredient list? Very few. Very few. Too Faced is, of course, the one that comes to my mind immediately. I can't really think of any other ones. I know I've seen it, but rarely do I see that. Sydney Grace is amazing. I love Sydney Grace. You know what I love from Sydney Grace? It's so underrated is their liquid shadows, the ones that are in the little tubes. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Kaleidos. I keep seeing your comments, Kaleidos. Yeah, I really love their formula too. I just own the Angie Newquist palette that they sent in PR. But yeah. Yeah, collab with Cleona. That'd be cool. I love indie brands. Indie brands bring me joy. Like small businesses, supporting small business. My husband's a small business owner. Like, love it. Love it. Yeah, Emily, when I do ingredient analysis, I don't typically see cocoa. That's not typically a thing, but I try to mention it because I know it's an allergen for some people. So Tarte, I'm not sure what the reference is for Tarte, but I don't think I would collab with Tarte, to be honest. I don't know if that would be the best fit. I don't think we match up in lots of ways. I don't think that would be a good fit. Yeah, Vicky, I think that Marc Jacobs is going through a rebrand. I think that might be what's happening, maybe, but I don't know. Yes, Dark Angel. The Uoma Beauty by Sharon C is their new line at Walmart. I believe we talked about it a couple weeks ago, but in case anybody missed that, it is a less expensive version of Uoma Beauty, and they have a bunch of good stuff over there. I haven't tried it yet, but yeah. Oh, they have cocoa. That's why you said Tarte. Tarte has cocoa in some of their products. Thank you. See, y'all help me. Thank you. I appreciate that. Tarte does need help though. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to stick to a brand identity that is relatively boring. As Jen gets kicked off the Tarte PR list. I don't think I've been on Tarte's PR. I don't know if I'm on Tarte's PR list. They don't tell you. This is the thing that is like something you may not know about PR lists. Is they don't tell you when you're on it. They don't tell you when they kick you off of it. Like they don't tell you when something's coming. Like they just kind of have your address, and sometimes you get stuff, sometimes you don't. Sometimes you see other people get stuff, but you didn't get it. Sometimes you get stuff that other people don't get, and it's relatively random. Like it's very difficult to know like what PR lists I'm actually on. I have no idea. For the most part, it's you know, it's like when people say they kicked me off their PR list, like I wonder if they actually got a physical email, because I've never gotten a physical email from a brand that said I was kicked off their PR list. I just stopped getting stuff. But then like I thought I was kicked off Too Faced PR list, but then I randomly get things sometimes. So I guess I'm not. I don't know. I love this face. Somebody screenshot and turned it into a meme. Just kidding. It's going to happen anyway, whether I like it or not. So I might as well. Yeah. So the reason why people use the cocoa powder is for the scent, like the chocolate bar palette. It's for the scent. Oh my gosh. MF, what do you think about the Teresa Zed collab with Lethal? I'm so excited for Teresa. So excited for her. She is such a lovely human being. She really is. I've got to meet her once in person, got to give her a hug. This was a couple of years ago before her channel really got big. And yeah, I adore her. I absolutely adore Teresa. She's a lovely person. And I love the collab that she came out with. I actually ordered it, but I was late. So I got the palette, but it's not going to be delivered till the end of August. And it was like $50 some with shipping. I was like, oh my gosh. Because they said that if I didn't get the rush shipping, it was like $15, that it wouldn't be at my house till October. So because I was like, what is even happening? But that is not Teresa. That's, you know, Lethal or whatever's happening to Lethal. I don't know. But yeah, I think she did a fantastic job with the palette. It's very Teresa. And I'm so, so happy for her. Love her. Yeah, Mari, I don't know if the Uoma Beauty at Walmart is the same quality since it's less expensive. I honestly, I'm not sure. I would hope so, but I don't know. I'm not sure. All right, we've got about 1 minute left. Yeah, Rosia says, Tarte has come up with some nice stuff lately. The cream blushes and bronzers, for example. Yeah, you know what I really like that I bought a while back is this. This right here, I'm actually I'm wearing this today. This is from their Sugar Rush brand. It's their Ocean Girl cream blush called Beach Cheeks. This is what I'm wearing on my face today. I don't know why I didn't bring it. I guess because it's getting kind of old and like we've talked about it. This is probably a good solid year old, but it works great. So I'm keeping it and doesn't smell bad. So I'm keeping it. I have to click it, smell it just in case, and then click close just in case. I didn't smell it before I put it on, but but yeah, it works great. I love it. And I know this is meant for like their teen, this is like a Gen Z brand, but the Sugar Rush line, but I really like that cream blush a lot. All right. We're almost out of time. Actually, we are out of time, but okay, we'll end on a nice comment. Era Scorpion, I just want to say I see all of your comments when you comment on my videos, and I just appreciate you so much. Thank you for all of your comments. She says, thanks for all your hard work and passion you put into your channel, Jen. You appreciate it. And I appreciate you. And I appreciate everybody that leaves me nice messages. I read probably all the comments. Sometimes things slip by and I miss them, especially if I'm having a busy day when the comments are coming in, but I read most of the messages. And I just want to thank everybody that's been so kind to me over the years. It really does truly mean so much to me. And, you know, I've had kind of a rough past couple of weeks, and you know, it's really nice. My daughter was in the hospital. She's fine, but well, kind of fine. We still don't really know what's going on. So I've had a rough couple of weeks, but yeah, you know, it's really nice to open up YouTube and see nice comments like Aero Scorpion, who's always leaving nice comments. You know, I think that some people forget that YouTubers are human beings and, you know, say really mean, nasty things. And the thing about opening up a YouTube comment section is you never know if you're going to get something really mean that's going to be hurtful, which I know it probably shouldn't be hurtful, like, but it is. Or if you're going to see something nice, like you never know. So people like Aero Scorpion, I just really appreciate you so much. Thank you for being a part of my life and for bringing me joy. I appreciate you. So thank you so much for watching live chat. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you celebrate the 4th, happy 4th. And yeah, I will see you all. Yeah, John says, don't forget to thumbs up the chat before you leave. It really does help the chat to be shared with other people. So thank you for the reminder. And please stay safe. Please drive safe. Don't drink and drive. And watch out for the knuckleheads that are driving unsafely. Please, please, please be careful if you're going out tonight. So thank you for being here and mad love. And we will see you next week with a regular What's Been Makeup and live chat. All right. Have a great week. Mad love. Bye.